Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Booktition, and this is my second vlog. I am literally outside of Half Price Books as we're look at this. But I'm literally outside of Half Price Books as we speak. I'm gonna bring you along with me. I woke up. I was gonna do like a get ready with me because I thought I was cute. But I went to two of my niece's recital and they were just super cute. Just gotta take my word from it. I'm not putting them online. And I try my best not to put children online because they're predators, guys. They're predators. They're predators. And most of AI pictures of us is of corn. Okay? Alright, so I just want to, remind us. It's a hard segue, I tell you that. But I'm going to Half Price Book to find if they have other volumes cheaper than Barnes & Noble. And yeah, and then I have to go and pick up some food because we are also in the midst of a snowstorm. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it is. It's coming down. So let's try to do this in like 30 minutes and get home as soon as possible. Realized a grave error in editing this video that I never ever talk to you guys about volumes 2, 3, 4, or 5. If I do in the future, I'm just redoing. A lot of times I tabbed, so I'm gonna just try my best to give you like the clip notes, but I don't want to hold this, so I need to like figure out a way to pin this on my body like the rest of the content creators are. So give me a moment. All right, we're good to go. Now, this might have to be the way that I do it because it feels a little better than to hold something, but you feel like you're in a talk show host when you do that. But anyway, let me just quickly review because now I'm almost on volume 9. And I say almost on, I've read one page and I've been fighting for my life because I'm like, well, you got to edit. So this is literally editing me popping into the vlog to give you some info. So what I started off doing this, like labeling, this is what the fuck, anything that reminds me of me and some favorite quotes. Okay. I got serious in the game. So volume 2 is just a lot of like scandal essentially is happening. In volume 2, there is some, I think I'm starting to understand, like starting to get the beginning feels of who Hera is as a god. I am also understanding Hermes, who's the messenger god, a little bit more. And I'm also starting to understand just how Persephone is being affected by something. And then throughout the book, there's very cutesy like moments between her and Hades. And there's also like a little backstory about her upbringing. And then there's also like a situation where she is in a place that she shouldn't be. And a being is trying to take her. But it's really the fault of Hades
current girlfriend-ish who got it out against her, and she is a nymph named Myth or Minth. I'm probably not saying her name right. So you're really getting a lot of more action. You're starting to see like the budding of the friendship that Hades and Persephone shares. And you're also realizing that there are people who are either plotting for them or plotting against them in like some sneaky ways in volume 2. So that is what I will say about volume 2. And sorry, I'm going in a weird ass order. Okay, so volume, like what is it? What is it in my head? Volume 3. So in volume 3, you get introduced to Hecate or Hecate. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I do apologize for that. And what I love about volume 3 is that I was really shocked of how much I loved Hecate, because I really didn't remember her much in my first time reading. And I think I just read a little bit of volume 3 on Webtoons. And it just really just reminded me how much I enjoy her as a character. And even throughout the rest of the series, I do enjoy her as a character. And then you also get to understand just how jealous Mint is of Persephone and the lengths that she would go. You also are seeing all of these stolen looks that Persephone is doing towards Hades. You also get to a scene where you get to a part where you start to see the cracking of the relationship between Hera and Zeus. And Zeus is just like, things are going to go my way or no fucking way at all. And it's really pissing Hera off because she's being reduced to something that she wasn't before. So she's having that internal, I would say, like an internal battle with who she is and who she was. And she's also trying to get him to understand that she feels something has happened to Persephone, and she feels that she kind of is starting to figure or starting to get to a hunch of who she think did the thing to Persephone. And just watching that happen is really beautiful. I will say that after reading of where I'm at now, I did wish that there was more people that could have supported Hera at that time. But being the wife of Zeus, sometimes choosing his side in ways in which he was being a complete fucking dick, really, I think, impacted her way to receive support from other people. It also was just really interesting of seeing her get this tour of the underworld from Hades, Persephone, and just like how those things made her feel. Also, I also felt bad for a character. I always forget his name. I think his name is Dantanos. I felt bad for him, but also fuck him, because he was instrumental in not so great things happening to Persephone. But I also did feel bad for him in a moment, because it's like, bro, you're getting played by the same mug that old boy is getting played. And you're sitting here and you're acting like you above it. And you're like, oh, I'm going to just do what she tells me to do because I like her. And she don't even like you. That is another thing. Like, we have to start learning that when motherfuckers don't like you. I know it sucks. I know you might think you the baddest bitch to ever walked, and a motherfucker don't like you. They hate you, actually. Or they're trying to use you to get something. It's really terrible. It truly is. So, hold on. There's a lot of scheming happening in this volume, which is volume 3. Sorry. There's a lot of scheming happening. There is some moments where you start to also see some avoiding tendencies start with Persephone, but you also starting to see that she actually have some people who truly care about her. And I was very shocked when there was a part in this book that really made me think of like, I wish, as a therapist, one of the biggest tales or biggest concerns I have with people that I meet is if they don't have friends. And the reason why, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. The reason why that's concerning to me is because therapy cannot be sustainable if you don't have a community behind you, a community reinforcing positive behavior, a community that is uplifting you and making you feel that you can talk to them about things. And there is a conversation that Persephone and Eros have in volume 3 that really just it touched my heart. Really it really just touched my heart. And I know I'm going to talk about it again, but I just remembered that I didn't talk. I just remembered that I did talk about this scene. So I'm just going to let Future Bree tell you about why this scene is so incredibly powerful. And then I'm going to continue editing. But I did want to make sure I got to that point because I realized I didn't tell you that. And then if I realize I didn't tell you about volume 4 and 5, I'm going to go ahead and come back on and you'll see me popping up again, editing Bree. But yeah, it was, this part of it really, it made me cry. Like it truly, truly made me cry. So I can't wait to get to that and tell you guys about that. But on to the rest of the vlog.
It's time to go to bed. It is. I'm barely holding on, and I'm so mad I can't find my glasses. Anyway, I'm looking at my YouTube comments. Barely could see because your girl really need glasses, and I don't know where they're at. And I'm gonna try to find them tomorrow. Anyway, Jay Juniper said, if you don't cover the finale in the video, I'm gonna need an update talking about Traitors. And even though this vlog is about manga, I'm here to give the people what they want. Rob is a snake in the grass. I think we're all aware that Rob was a snake in the grass. The way, what's her name? Mira? She was Irish. Girl. Them folks was over there saying, Lizzie in a box. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. They have generations of being suspicious. Girl, I guess her ancestors wasn't with her in those decisions. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I hated Rob so bad. I am a person who watched Love Island, and I was like, maybe Rob got some layers to him. Maybe he's a shy boy, kind of fuck boy on the low. But Traitors, I'm like, oh my God, you guys. He is a white man personified. And I said, I don't know what's happening here. And the way that everybody was falling for him, I'm like, what he did to Candace, even though I do think Candace was yapping a little bit too much, because if you talk too much, it's a balance. Like, what's the lady, Raina, Lisa Raina? She wasn't talking enough, and people were like, ma'am, this ain't usual. This ain't your usual behavior. Then Candace, yapping. Then she just could have yapped a little bit less, because that's what Rob was doing. He was like, I'm not going to say too much, but if we're all voting as faithfuls, I'm a faithful, so let's put this person out. Even though it was very stab in the back, it's just like, you guys, I can't believe an Irishman felt for that. An Irish woman, felt for that. I can't believe it. But it happened. And it's seen in front of all our eyes. I was broken heart. But she got a Birkin bag out of it, but still I was broken heart. I was like, what am I trying to say? I was brokenhearted? Yeah, I was brokenhearted. But I couldn't believe that she got played a fool, hoodwinked in such a glorious manner. And then for this man to come on the reunion and say that he is dating somebody, when we all saw the chemistry, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on Traitors. I can't watch that shit again. That's what I will say. Miss me with bullshit. I cannot watch that shit again. Anyway, everything else will be about manga moving forward. In the 30 and 30 challenge. But you guys, I'm gonna just reread the end. Since I have to wait 4 to 10 days to get the rest of the volumes, I'm just gonna reread the end. I don't want no judgment. I'm gonna just reread the end. I'm so mad I left my tabs downstairs. So, do I have to go downstairs and get my tabs? And these are the tabs. You guys, I don't want it to end. I think I finally understand when people be like, I'm gonna reread this book. I just need to do that. Because I fear that I'm gonna have to do like a yearly reread of Lore Olympus. And y'all know I'm not a romance girly, but this right here is crack cocaine personified. I don't know if it's because I'm stressed out and I'm just trying to find joy in my life. But this is really, I'm so mad that I waited so long in between reading them. In addition, I think that I should like really get back into my spy family. Because the way that made me feel is how this is making me feel. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be a lot of comics on my channel for a while. I hope we're cool with that. Definitely going to keep with the horror theme. Yeah. And then as a bonus, I think in this vlog, if I can get to it, or it might have to be a third vlog, because I told myself at least do 2 30 and 30 manga challenge. But if I can in this vlog, and I don't know how long, it's probably just going to be like an hour and something vlog. But if I can, I do want to read the comic that was for the Realm of Comic Book Club pick in February that I didn't finish. I'm just going to include it just as a bonus, but it doesn't have to do with the 30 and 30 manhwa / webtoon. It's just like an American comic. So that's what I'll do. But yeah, I gotta go and get my tabs. Because what if I read something again and I'm like, you did it to my heart, my soul. It went pitter-patter. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, shout out to Rachel. Really, really putting in the work. I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next clip. I am gonna go to sleep. It is much needed. I don't know why it's 4 a.m. and I'm up here chatting. 4:27 to be exact. days I haven't gotten on in a while because I have a migraine right now. It's either a migraine or a cluster headache. I'm not sure, but it's trying to take me out. And I think part of the reasons why I get migraines is because I'm in a perpetual state of dehydration and I don't eat. And I bought this like a while ago. And I don't usually buy magazines, but I've always been a fan of the National Geographic, and I wanted to share something with you guys. But I went to Costco a little while ago and bought like these salmon snacks. It does have dairy in it. Let me live my life. So this is what it is. But I did want to read you guys something that made me go and eat. People with ADHD are often understimulated, leading to low motivation. Eating can turn into one of the very few activities that feel rewarding. And adults with ADHD may be more sensitive to the taste and textures of foods and have a disrupted relationship with hunger, being satiated. And this is giving me to a T. So, and it also like talks about like binge eating and how you can be more like prone to that depending on your medication and just like remembering to eat. And even as a therapist, I feel like I'm always learning something new because it's like I've always just known that eating is hard for me. I've always known that. I've always known that it's really difficult for me to eat, so much so that I have friends in my life that I've asked for help of being like, can you periodically throughout the day remind me to eat? Because I won't eat. And even if I set an alarm or a clock or something on my phone to remind me to eat, somehow like that doesn't feel like I don't do it. Like I have to have someone in my life tell me to eat. So I don't know what it is, but it forced me to eat reading this. So I just wanted to tell the ADHD baddies who are out there, get you a snack. Stop being out here hungry. All right, let's help our bodies, because if we're not eating and we're not eating in proper ways, cognitively, we are on a decline. And I can't be declining. I'm already forgetful. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm gonna get ready for the day. As you can see, I don't have a septum. It broke. I'll get a new one. But I'm gonna try to get ready for the day. I don't know if I'll come back on camera today, but I'm gonna try to get ready for the day. Try to do some homework. I also just did a presentation for my class, linguistics, talking about the differences between Haitian Creole and Martitious Creole, and like just what that looks like and what that can tell us about migration, what that can tell us about language change when it's people who live on an island that could be isolated from other parts of the world or other groups of people and how they speak. So there's just so many factors that can really, get into things of why people speak the way that they speak and why certain people Creole can be very similar or different. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Hopefully talking about Lore Olympus, because the fact that, I don't even know, let's check that out. Hold on, let's check it out. Oh, I might need to, should I do it in here with these plants? Maybe not. I need to find a dark space and dwell in the dark space. Okay, hold on. So yesterday I got an email, didn't see it, saying that my package is on its way. I know that's right. Let me do the tracking, see where it's at, because I'm like a crackhead. This is what I'm choosing as my joy. Also, you guys, I decided to DNF Black Clover. I was at 80%. I said I cannot. Because this is a hard thing I'm finding. And shout out to Heather from Happily Ever After Booktubes. Like, shout out to her. Every time I read a book, her and Ray, every time I read a book, don't matter the format of the book, don't matter the kind of the book. It can be a children's novel. A children's book, sorry. And when I'm reading it, I'll be like, oh, you just said that you would read it in the vlog. You gotta finish it. And then I'd be like, girl, you are fighting for your life. Fighting for your life. You don't want to read this shit. So, at 80%, I had to DNF it. The other book that I DNF this far in was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I think I was 90% in, and I said, fuck this. And that book really made me realize that character development, I cannot stand it. I prefer a book to be more plot driven, like Tad. Not too much. It's looking like 49-51. Like 49 character development. 51 plot is what I like. Just a good medium. You know what I mean? But a little bit more plot is what I look for, because I'm already making up extra shit about the characters anyway in my head. But V.E. Schwab took us through every goddamn painstaking thought those characters had in Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I thought I was being delivered from evil. I'm talking about delivered from Diablo land. And I said, how did I get here? How in the hell did I get here? And I said, I don't gotta sit here and read this. So I had to head out. And shout out to me. That was the best thing I did for myself. Because I said, the fuck? That book, I mean, the follicles in my ass cheeks ain't never itched in such a way. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next clip. finished product.
Hey you guys, I'm here with another update. Let me close my door. One second. One day I'm gonna clear off my couch thing there. I literally just have to put it in the closet behind it. And founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name. I'm tired of Wix. Release me. One, two, three, release it. I don't know how to put the things inside of the video. If anybody know how to put in a clip, let me know. I've done it in the past, but I don't have Twitter, and that's where I used to get the stuff from. But that's neither here nor there. We got to talk about some good ass news. I got an email, Liana, and the email said that my Lore Olympus books are out for delivery. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is do one assignment before I get too distracted. Really try to do as much as I can and reward myself with Lore Olympus. Okay, I don't want to just stop doing what I'm doing because I am, unfortunately, in higher education system, and it's getting to the thick of it. You know, when you get to May, you really got the first week of May. The second week of May is considered finals. You know, we're already at March 21st. So we got like maybe a month and some change left in the semester. So I can't really be enthralled. Can I? I don't know. And I thought to myself, I said, Bree, you weren't really supposed to start 30 and 30 this early. You were just supposed to like get yourself open to the idea of possibly reading. No. I started Black Clover. I said, oh no, we have to DNF that. And then Hoopla tried to hate on me because none of my, like where I currently live, they don't have a Hoopla system. And I was like, okay, let me go to my other library cards I've had. And they're like, oh, just three. Tres? What? So then I was like, you know, I can't live like that. So then I remembered my good cousin. Shout out to you, Dominique. My good cousin, Dominique. Let me borrow her library card. Amen. And I went on Hoopla and I saw that they had this horror that I've never heard of. I don't want y'all being like, Bree, you literally did a whole video and told me what you're about to read. Okay, enough is enough. Not too much on me. I'm a mood reader in general, but an extreme mood reader when it comes to manga, manhwa, and comics. Like, literally, I try to stay in horror. I don't like to go nowhere else but horror. Even though I told y'all about Hinata Granny Girl Chan or Granny Girl Hinata Chan, even though I told y'all about that, I don't have access to it. I try to get access to it and I'll have to pay for it. So that's kind of like on the back burner. But I also was like, Bree, the last time you did 30 and 30, you talked about the same books. So I don't want y'all to be bored. So I'm really, if you think about it, I'm doing this for the people. I'm switching up for the people, right? Like if we do the math, if I was an editing girl, I would have, you know, in the triangle, I'm gonna show you guys this right here. When a white man got the charts and stuff around him, like that is, I did type in white man blinking. Sue me. Okay? But what I'm saying is, let's get back to Jan. So, one of the reasons I was intrigued by this book is that I saw that it was a manhwa, a hua, people in the comments, please help me with that pronunciation, right? Because I don't want it to sound like Korean, right? So is it manhwa? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I believe this right here, get into it, y'all, Yan, is a manhwa. And I was intrigued with it, one, because I've never read a Chinese comic, to my knowledge. I could have and just can't remember, but I've never read a Chinese comic. I'm interested to know what Chinese horror comics are about because, like I told you guys in my Myth of Black Booktubers video, that I believe that every culture has like a way of storytelling, and because I read across like ethnicities and races and genders, I'm starting to see what is commonly like popping up, like themes that I really like in a group of what they're writing. And I've always been intrigued with Chinese comics, but I just haven't read them yet. I've read Korean comics, I've read Japanese comics, I've read comics here in America. I'm trying to think. I think that's as far as I've read. So I was just really like intrigued of what's happening over there. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then another thing is, I don't know why I was about to get emotional. I know I'm going to get emotional. I'm just going to pause it for a second. But I'm in a friend group of some extraordinary ass women. And I love them dearly. Like, I have an immense amount of love and appreciation, respect, and just in awe of these women. And we met, this is 2026, we met over 10 years ago. I think last year was our 10th year. Yeah, 10th year of knowing each other. And one of us recently passed away. So that's been an adjustment. And just really, there's a lot of emotions that come with that. But in that group, there is 3 people with very similar names, and I'm one of them. And one of them who has a similar name, she is the one that passed away. And in that group, when people were trying to like figure out what would be our nicknames, and just very, it was it was very like BIPOC, let's give a nickname. And when it was like kind of like trying to figure out my nickname, it resulted in everyone calling me Yan. So in that group, everyone calls me Yan. So then when I saw the name was Yan, I was like, what? Yes, I gotta read that. So that is the reason why I'm reading this. So yeah, so that's that. Let me get it together and then I'm gonna come back. So in this comic, it follows the story of this girl, and it opens up with her and this other character doing like this performance, and there's like a group of old men who has fallen asleep. And next thing you know, it's action packed as fuck. And I think that's why I really am enjoying what I'm reading, because it's super action packed. So you're watching like this action filled scene as you're reading it, and then you're realizing like, oh, somebody is an assassin. Somebody is an assassin. There's supposed to be another character I'm introduced to, but I haven't got to him yet. And there's also like a detective aspect of like following these crimes that are happening. Are these crimes happening by our good girl, the assassin? I'm not far enough to know or not. And I'm assuming, you know what I mean? But I don't know for sure. But I'm going to keep reading it. And then once I'm done with it, because I will finish it, and then I will let you guys know. And I'm going to continue reading Lore Olympus in tandem with reading other things. But I just really wanted to tell you guys about Yan. And if you're like, oh my God, Bree, did you download volume 2? I did. And then I saw that volume 3 is coming out later this year. So I'm excited about that. So that's like one of the manga that caught my eye, because I was like, we need something new again for the people. We need something new. And then there's another one I want to read, which is a manga, I'm assuming, because the person's name is Shintaro Kago. And it's called Brain Damage. I'm about to see if I can zoom in for you can see that. Yep, it's called Brain Damage. And I don't know much about this one. I just know it's a horror and I want to read it too. So I'm excited about that. And the thing is, like, not all like manga that is considered horror or whatever I'm into. Like Mob Psycho, I really try to force that thing on me, and I think there were some parts about it I did enjoy, but I was like, no. So I had to let that go. So I'm really trying to be better. Like last year, I made a goal for myself of just in generally reading. I'm like, I want reading to always be something like I'm into this book, whether I'm sad, happy, angry, whatever happening, whatever emotions I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I still want to be in the book, stay in the book. If I feel like I don't want to be in the book, leave the book. It don't matter where I'm at in the book, leave the book. So it really just be driving, some people up a wall when they be like, Bree, really? You had 10 pages left and you DNF'd? Absolutely. Because I had enough. I had enough. So that's how I'm trying to approach all formats of reading. Like it don't matter. It can be ebook, it can be reading with my eyes, it can be reading with my ears, whatever. I gotta be done. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead, try to do an assignment or two, checking on some things. Also try to do some other things for another job. And I don't know, just kind of fill some things out and read as well. I don't know if I would audiobook today. And if I am audiobooking, I'm also again doing another vlog at the same time. So I might jump in there, give an update on that. But I don't know if I'll audiobook today. But for sure, I want to really focus on that, on some manga. So what I hope to happen is that I want to finish volume 1 of Yan, let you guys know about it. And then I want to finish volume 5 of Lore. And when I say 5, it's mean I started rereading number 5, and I want to finish I think I have like 40 pages left. So I want to finish that, and then I'll like wrap up that volume for you guys. And then in the next vlog, I'm probably going to be starting off with Lore Olympus again, but also hopefully I'll get to volume 2 of Yan, and then try to find like I might, what I think I should do, honestly and truthfully, is reread Spy Family. I think it's been years since I've read it. A year or two. Has it been a year or two? It's probably a year or two since I've read it, and I'm confused. And that's how I felt about Lore Olympus. And I'm really happy that I reread it, because it made things just fit together better in my head. So that's probably what I should do in the next vlog. But, we're just hanging out. And we're already at 18 minutes and 51 seconds, and I don't even know how I got there. But anyway, see you guys in the next clip. I kind of fucked up. So I thought that I had it on record again. It wasn't. But I hope you're able to see me as good as one could be seen underneath such harsh, unappealing light. Anyway, I did everything that I said that I would do as far as work. I can't believe it took me 11 and a half hours. I think I had 2 breaks. That was probably, I'm going to say 20 minutes. I'm going to round up each. but I was going hard in the paint, unmedicated. I don't know how that happened, but sometimes it happens. So I left you guys with this, and I saved that much when I was rereading the back half. I was like, let me not reread that so I can keep it as fresh, because 4 volumes from thriftbooks.com used came in the mail. So we have volume 6, we have volume 7, and we have volume 8, and then we have volume 9. So I'm gonna just say something, but it took me 20 minutes to find volume 5. Volume 5 was underneath my sheets, and they're black, so I couldn't even see that it was underneath my sheet on my bed. I went to my car, tore my car up looking for it. I went through all of my bags. I went through all my room. She's like, damn, you really did me like that. I did. Because I had to find this. This is my nighttime reading. It's past midnight. I am really tired. I hope to read something. So I'm going to cut on my small lamp here. I'm going to read. And then I'm going to read until I fall asleep. You might get another clip from me. I'm not sure. But you're definitely going to get a thought about this tomorrow. I got on my I don't even know how to spell this, but it's a Somali sleeping outfit, and Somali and Ethiopians wear this to go to bed. And I am going to see you guys later. Bye. You know, I'm really fighting for sleep, but for some reason I got the spirit of read in me, and I wish that I was like one of those occasional dark magic practitioners. Sometimes I wish that was me, because not wish like for real, but fictionally, I sometimes wish I was a character in a novel or a book, manga, whatever, graphic novel, and my sole purpose is to cause chaos. My sole purpose is to be a force of destruction to wicked men. And I think Apollo, if I see Apollo in these literary streets, it's on sight. It's on the levels of gaslighting and manipulating. And it's like, Zeus, you a bitch. For real, dude. Zeus, grow up. Acting like a little boy. Throwing tipping tantrum at your millennia. At your millennia? That's rich from you, Zeus. Seriously. Like, what? Show some decorum. You trying to tell me that you don't know that you're being manipulated? And you went so far as to pull out a warrant, bitch? You the popo? You the people? Wow. You called the federales? You can't be the king of the Olympians. You can't be acting like that. Are you Trump cousin? Are y'all related? I can't stand Zeus. In any retelling, Zeus makes me want to whoop his ass. He truly do. And now, Apollo, I better not ever see you in these streets. And I hope Rachel writes the biggest get back against you. A marriage license? Motherfucker, are you serious?
Y'all, even the Greek 8x11s are crazy. I should say the Greek 8x11 godly deities as they are depicted in social media and text and media, other forms of media. I'm like, what? See, I didn't. Y'all ever watch Charm when they were resurrecting, when this demon accidentally resurrect the Olympians because he wanted to use them and manipulate them, and Zeus killed them, and Zeus just had big anger and was just really mad. But also, like, when you think about Zeus and his dad and what happened to him, like, just because you're traumatized don't mean you got to be out here traumatizing other people, Zeus. Come on. Male leaders truly get on my nerves. But anyway, that's just like my final thoughts for volume 1, and I just had to share it. And I'm gonna attempt to go to sleep, but if I come back on here with another clip, that's my business. Because even though my eyes are so damn low, I am so incredibly tired. Even though I'm over here like, well, I could possibly just start volume 6. I don't know if it's smart. But this was my treat to myself. If I did all of the homework that I needed to do yesterday, then that means that I can read Lore Olympus. Okay, maybe I'll start. And if my eyes start getting like really tired, like they're so dried, I just have to go to sleep, I'll go to sleep. I'll go to sleep. But anyway, see y'all on next clip. Anyway, this is where I'm at. Now, I mean, like, in my sleeping attire, I did clean my glasses because I said I can't be on here crazy. What I will say is I did finish, I think I already talked to you guys about volume 5, yeah. And then I started reading volume 6 last night, but then I got tired and I was like, no, for real, Brie, you gotta go to sleep. So I don't know what page I'm on, but I am at the part where Persephone has been found. So, and she's confessing what she did to Hades. And at this point, I'm still got beef with Zeus, and I blame Myth, that nymph. I blame her for a lot of things. So I'm just trying to get through it. But I want to finish this. And then I'm in Stephanie Bookish. She's doing some Patreon sprints for a readathon that she's doing that I'm kind of participating in. I'm doubling up and using what I have to participate in it. And so I'm going to finish reading volume 6, and then I'm gonna start doing some homework. I was trying to be done with volume 6 by now. It's 12:21 my time, but I decided to scroll on the goddamn internet. So here we are. So I will see you guys soon. undergraduate, they had a bunch of people come to our school and do something called the Vagina Monologues. And I went to it because it was called the Vagina Monologue. I didn't know what it was about, but I was curious to see what it was. I'm gonna have to suck on a piece of candy because I think I ate too fast and now I have like a gas buildup. But anyway, I remember watching and being in awe of the topics that were discussed and the realities of people with vaginas. And I remember one of the people yelling out, "Consent is sexy." And it really like shattered. I was 19. And I remember being like, yeah, consent should be sexy and enthusiastically given. And I never thought of it. And at that point, I felt like, because of things that happened to me in my life, I felt like I didn't really understand that oftentimes I wasn't giving consent, right? And I was just going along with the going along because that felt safer than saying no or changing my mind, right? Because we know how volatile and how dangerous men can be. So I don't even remember having that kind of body autonomy, that sense of agency of one's body. I remember not even being taught it by the women in my family because it seems to be not only something that happens in my family, but culturally of Black women and not feeling like our bodies is our own. And sometimes for me, I would say a lot of times for me, things has to be plainly said and in my face when it's something that I don't want to think about. Like having someone yell out in a stadium, "Consent is sexy," has literally followed me since that day. Did it cure me? No. Did it make me more reflective? Did it make me feel like, okay, I want to have enjoyable sex, and enjoyable sex means that I'm giving consent, they're giving consent, both of us are enthusiastically giving consent to each other to continue, the rumping of the sheets, as they say. I don't know if they say that, and maybe I just said it, but I'm just always thinking about how consent is sexy. And I say all that to say is there was a moment in volume 6 where I literally was in tears because to have someone understand that you're not ready and can lay out to you what they're willing to give and to be so vulnerable and have a partner tell a partner who's hurting or have a specific type of sexual trauma, to have the partner who didn't have that say to the other person who's experienced that trauma that we can take our time and we can do this at your pace and we can just just date. We don't have to do all of these things. We don't have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. It was just so beautifully done, and it's just like so far my favorite character has been Hades, and I just really like Hades. I hope that Hades will continue to be this vulnerable and continue to approach Persephone with kindness and gentleness and space, because she needs that. And I think he needs that too. And I think it's good that he is with someone who is not ashamed of him. And that's just one thing I wanted to point out, because I think a lot of people think that reading in this format is not a form of reading. I've had so many children tell me that reading in this format is not a form of reading, and I beg to differ. This book alone has so many themes and covers so many ways of resolving conflict, or gives so many examples of dysregulated adults and them not being able to manage their emotions, but also coupling it with adults who do know how to manage their emotions in spite of whatever the of is. I don't know. I think there's so many themes in Lore Olympus that ties into what people are feeling on the daily basis, that I don't understand how you couldn't find the value in this book or devalue it just because there's pictures like that's, or drawings, which are impeccable, by the way. So shout out to you, Rachel. So I'm going to continue reading volume 6. I'm really sad because I'm almost over. That means I got to start doing my homework, but I've really, really enjoyed this. And I just wanted to let you guys know just how I was feeling, because, wow, this is done really well. I wish I had the ability to turn a bitch who been playing on my top into a goddamn plant. Oh, you want to talk shit? I'll make your ass a ficus, bitch. And let's see if they water you correctly, ho. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that for this character. Listen, I said, after volume 6, I was going to get busy with my education. But, just one more volume. Just one more. I mean, it's just hit 101. The assignment ain't due to 3:45 tomorrow. Let's just do one more. Okay, so I'm only maybe 40 pages into volume 7. And boy moms, it's hard to beat the allegations. It's hard to beat the allegations that some boy moms do that make it bad for the boy moms who are trying to raise their sons correctly. That's all I'm going to say. The boy moms in here need to be in the underworld. You know what I mean?